What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Hey, we got some sick stuff right here, man. Like, it, it never amazes me scrolling the internet what I'm going to come across. Jonathan Gerlach. I thought Denzel was the real bone collector. No. This brother here. Let's explore this a little bit, man, because I have never seen anything like this before. I've heard of, you know what? Forget all that. Forget all that. Roll footage.
We have more details on the grave robber who was found with over 100 human skulls, 8 corpses in a storage unit, and he had been keeping a lot of it and selling some of it. His name is Jonathan Gerlach, and he is facing over 500 charges. He also goes by Dead Shit Daddy. So for months, police are investigating these burglaries that are happening at cemeteries in Pennsylvania, and on December 23rd, they get a tip about Jonathan. This person claimed there was a partially decomposed human body hanging in Jonathan's basement, and that this was around the time that a mausoleum had been broken into. Around this time, he was also charged for theft after taking things like a headlamp, gloves, and a metal cutting wheel. This person also said to look at his social media where he was blatantly selling these things. Well, fast forward to January 6th, and he was caught red-handed. He was leaving the cemetery with a crowbar and a bag. Inside that bag were the remains of 2 young children. There were skulls.
What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Y'all really be out here going into people's personal spaces, digging holes, destroying these consecrated places that folks laid their loved ones, taking jewelry, rings, watches. I really thought that was just some make-believe shit. I never really thought that was real. But you mean to tell me that this brother right here, oh my goodness, this brother right here, taking bones, taking skulls, taking legs, taking torsos, collecting them.
And other remains. In his vehicle, they found more, and so then they get a search warrant for his home. At his home, they found over 100 human skulls, numerous human long bones, mummified human feet and hands, 2 decomposing human torsos, and other assorted skeletal items. They said some of this was just hanging up, some of it was pieced together. He even had a pacemaker still attached to someone's remains. Well, on Wednesday, detectives spoke to his fiance, who said he also has a storage unit. And
wait, my nigga, something is really wrong with y'all, man. Like, really wrong with y'all. Y'all ain't got hobbies. You ain't got nothing better to do with your time at all. What happened to you when you was a child, my nigga? Like, seriously. Somebody still had their pacemaker attached to their decomposing heart. The person was in the ground for just a little bit. You ain't give a fuck, though. Yo, imagine you going to somebody's site that you wanted to visit, a friend or a family member, and you come and see that it's been completely destroyed. The body is exhumed from it. How would you feel about that shit?
When they asked him about the storage unit, he said it was just personal items. Well, the detectives end up bringing a cadaver dog to the storage unit and the dog hits. So they end up getting a search warrant, and the following day they go inside. And while there, they find 8 human corpses, miscellaneous body parts, ashes, older jewelry believed to have been removed from the graves. Investigators say that Jonathan admitted that he had sold some of the items, but he claims that the vast majority he kept for himself. Right now, he's being held on a $1 million bond. And lastly, he has a connection to one of the suspects from the Harvard body parts scandal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, back in 2023, the morgue manager at Harvard University was charged after investigators say he was selling human remains that had been donated. It's claimed that Jeremy Pauley was this middleman in the whole situation. But I will do a whole part on their connection.
Yo, that shit is crazy. And just to elaborate a little bit, the other gentleman, I believe he turned himself in today, or he was supposed to turn himself in today, tomorrow, one of them days, because apparently he got caught up with the trading of skeletal remains and things of that nature, and he's claiming that, well, he takes responsibility for certain aspects of it, but it's not technically all his fault. It's a whole bunch of bullshit to me. I just think the shit is fucking weird. And another thing that I want to add, I didn't know that they actually did shit like this. Like they really trade bones. They sell them on the market. Real ones, fake ones. Yeah, it's a thing. Let me bring this up on the screen real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna read some of this. Just a little bit of it. The human bone market is a complex and often illicit trade that has been a resurgence in recent years. This market, which includes both genuine and replica human bones, is influenced by various factors such as geography, origin, and intended use. The legality of owning and selling human bones is highly variable and influenced by federal, state, and international laws. While some parts of the trade are legal, such as medical study and education, there is a significant shadow market that operates in the shadows of legality and ethics. This market has seen a resurgence on online platforms and social media, raising concerns about the commodification of human remains and the ethical implications of such purchases. So, in layman's terms, they can do whatever the hell they want with you. If you, I would assume, are a donor, you turn yourself over to science and you let them examine you, and they do as they please once all of their little projects are done for medical purposes. But once they've finished with what they need to do, they can just pretty much do and dismiss and hand you over to the highest bidder. Now, in this particular case, you just have a gentleman who is going into people's shit, disrespecting families and people who mourn and grieve, who had history, who had a life with these folks. He and others like him, they're going into these graves and they're putting them on Amazon and on these different sites selling your people's shit. That shit is wild, man. I never thought there would be a day that I'd be having a conversation about something like that. But if I scrolled further and brought that up on the screen, they're selling human skulls for $4,000. They're selling femur bones for $24. They're selling lion bones and skulls and all, like, that shit is real. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Am I tripping? Matter of fact, do this too, because you might want to go pop in and check on your family. You might not have visited that plot in a while. You might want to go check on that. You just might. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating.
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pusha talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is bread and plain if you get it.